Hi, let's see how margin and padding works in CSS. Okay, so right now I just have this more like what we have left in the where we stopped in the last episode, and right now I'm just gonna continue from there. Okay, in case you are new to this channel and or probably you are new to this video, just try to as much as possible to see the last episode so that you can be able to get along what you are doing right now. Okay, thank you so much. All right, we're gonna continue, and right now I have on my CSS and I have section, and then more like a desktop styling that we mentioned initially, and on my web I'm just gonna have this. Okay, now let's say we want this our division one to have spacing more like inside of it. Okay, inside of this box. Okay, that is where padding comes in play. Okay, padding comes in play. All right, so I will just go ahead and come here and just add padding. Okay, I'll just say padding, and then I'll just say padding, probably padding of 20 pixels. Okay, and when I save this file, look at what will happen right now. As you can see, my boss got more like you know had more spaces inside of it. Okay, now this space is applied both in the top, bottom, right, and also left with equal size of 20 pixels. Okay, now probably you want to reduce the size. All you have to do is just make it 10 pixels or whatever thing you want to make it. Okay, you can make it 2 pixels, you can make it 1 pixel. Okay, just make good use of what you have. Okay, just use anything at all and then enjoy your website. Okay, now let's say we have, since we have up and we have every size being 10 pixels. Okay, let's say we want first of all, let's try to reduce this width so that it will not overflow, and then I'll just add width to my div one. I'll just make it probably, let me say 50%. Okay, let me just say 50% and see how it is right now. Okay, so that it won't overflow across the screen. Okay, we can be seeing everything right here. Now let's say we want to make only the top to have a padding. Okay, how can we gonna do that? How are we gonna do that rather? We're just going to take off this and then come here, and then you can write in padding followed by top. Okay, since it's actually it's actually top that you want to make use of right now, just say padding top and then probably 20 pixels, however you want it. Okay, as you can see, it is only the top that got that padding. Okay, it's only the top that's got that padding. Okay, and you can also say maybe you want the bottom to have a padding. Okay, you can also copy this. Okay, you can just copy this, or you can make your, by highlighting this and typing Ctrl C, rather holding Ctrl C, or Command C if you are on Mac. Or you can also come here and just drop your cursor this way. Just make sure your cursor is here, and then you can then type in hold Ctrl C or Command C. It will copy that file, that line rather, and then you can paste it by doing the same thing, but this time around, instead of C, you make use of V, which is Command V or Ctrl C. Okay, we continue, and let's say we had top already, and we want to make downside. All you have to do is change that thing to bottom. Okay, and when you come here, you will see that the top and then the bottom has a padding. Okay, so don't bother about this place because it just because the width is actually 50%. Okay, remember, that's why it had to cut along here. But if you really want to make the width to fit the content that you have, all you have to do, instead of 50%, just go ahead and say fit content. Okay, it will just make use of that particular size of the text. Okay, which is this now, and then we can now see properly that it's only the top and the bottom that has the width, the padding rather. Okay, the same thing can also happen if you just go ahead and paste and then just use left. All right, okay, use left, and then the left side will also have the same padding. And then if you want to make use of right, just do the same thing, and then right. Okay, everything becomes equal. Now you can also change some of them if you want. Let me say I want to change the left side to make it 10. All you have to do is just like this. Okay, now so instead of trying to make use of, if adventure your, I'll do Ctrl Z. If adventure your website, like the particular element you want to add padding, all of them have, you want all of them to have the same width. Okay, the same size of the padding. Instead of writing padding top and bottom left, right, and all the rest of it, just make use of one. Okay, just make use of one, and then just say only padding, and all of them will have equal padding. All right, that's how it works that way. And Also, if you want instead of writing, if you want them different, but instead of writing let me control Z, instead of writing something like this, okay, even when you want them to be different, let me say you want this down to be 5, you want this left to be 10, you want this one to be maybe 30, and although they are different, okay, they are very different, all right, but instead of writing this way, there's another way to go about it. Just clear everything here, okay, and then still remove this one. All right, so let me say just go ahead and write beside the 20 pixels. Let me say the top one is actually the 20 the first one. So whatever thing you're writing, just take note that the top one is the first one, okay, like this 20 pixels is gonna be the top one, and then it goes like clockwise direction. So we're gonna have top, right, bottom, and left, and back to top. Okay, so we're gonna say this 20 pieces is actually for the top, and then we're gonna go for right this time around. Let's say right is gonna be 5 pixels, and then bottom is gonna be 10 pixels. Okay, and then finally the left is gonna be, let me just say 2 pixels. Okay, like this. Now you have also settled top here, the right here, the bottom here, and the left here. When you save your file and then go back to your work, you will notice that this one 20 and like that, and back to this place. Okay, that's how it works. Now let me say you want top to be 20, and you also want bottom here to be 20, and also you want left to be 20, and also right left to be 5, and also right to be 5. Okay, this is also a cool way of doing it, but how be it, it is not the best approach. Okay, we are trying as much as possible to see that we do not repeat some things when we are writing code. Okay, so when you have noticed that top and bottom is actually going to be the same thing, and then left and right is going to be the same thing, all you have to do is declare the last two, or the first two. Okay, so what this thing is going to take care of now is going to take care of the top and bottom. Okay, and this one is going to take care of the left and right. Okay, just save it and then check it out again. Even if you refresh it, it's still going to remain the same. Okay, so let me say this one now is now 50. So this one now is going to be top and bottom, and here is going to be left and right. Okay, now see what's going to happen. Okay, as you can see, it just affected it right now. Okay, top and bottom remains 20, then this one left and right remains 50, and that is it for CSS padding. Okay, now the next thing in line is actually CSS margin, and I thought I would need this. Okay, let me see, make use of it, and let me just go ahead and copy this thing here, and then I'm just gonna paste it here, and I'll say I'll just change the color. What I did was just to hover here, and then this thing came out. I just had to select any color of my choice. So instead of div 1 right now, okay, before then I want to show something now. If I save this file, remember these two things are div 1 and div 1. Okay, if I save this file and then come back, you notice that my styling changed from being that first purple to this green. Reason because your CSS only listens for the last thing you wrote. So if you have any repetition in your CSS code, it listens for the last one. Okay, it will overwrite it. Okay, that's what I wanted to point out before I just get back to the point. Okay, now we're having ID of div 2. All I have to do, come here and then change this to hashtag, and then instead of div 1, I'm just gonna have div and then 2. Okay, I'll save my work so that the second one can have the same thing, and then like this. Okay, now notice that the first and second one are more like attached to each other. Okay, they're more like attached to each other. You might want to like give them spacing. Okay, now padding, I say this way, that padding is inside spacing, is actually inside spacing. Meanwhile margin is outside spacing. So we gave our text inside spacing, which is okay. Now what about outside spacing? That's where margin comes in play. Okay, now we can now say margin, the same thing that you did for padding. Okay, the same method, the same approach, everything at all, the same top, down, bottom, and left. That's the same thing. All you have to do is just change the name from padding to margin. Okay, now say margin 30 pixels. All right, see what's going to happen on this second one. Now it tries to go 30 pixels away from the top, the left, this place, and that place. Okay, if by the venture you just want 30 pixels on the top only, all you have to do is just margin top like this, and then save it. You notice that it only moves only 30 pixels from the top. If you want to apply for the left only, all you have to do is just go ahead and say margin left, and that's basically all you need to know about this margin and padding of a thing. Okay, thank you for staying by, and see you right in the next episode.